Be the change. Be the change. Be present. And you're already changing everything. If you walk around outside, for example, and there you are, hopping around on planet Earth, looking at all these other humans hopping around on planet Earth. And if you are aware that you are there in that space, and you're aware that you are there in that space, you might be the only one. Like if you are aware, if you're not thinking, and you see all these other people, they're like a big head with two shoes on it, for the most part. Completely unconscious, planning on what to do, thinking about the past, doing this, being completely wrapped up in their head. If you have a conversation with them, they're like, what am I going to say to this? Like when she says that, what am I going to reply? When he says that, what am I going to reply? And then thinking about all of that. So if you manage to take a breath, let go of all the stress, and just be present. Just enjoying the stillness. Enjoying the stillness. Everything will shift in your life for the better. Dilettante light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Like art is such a healing experience. Like whatever it is that you create with your hands or your feet or your head or whatever it is that you create, art is just such a healing, profound experience. Shadow attributes, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Even if you have a knowledge that you, like sometimes back when I was trying to implement all these new things and I read all these books and I was finding out things and then I was trying to get it implemented into my life and I was practicing. When I had conversations with other people, I would say, you could do this, this, this. And they would say, well, why you tell me that I could do that? You're not doing it yourself. And I say, well, because now I know about it. And now I know about it, I want to change it, so now I'm going to start to practice it. And it doesn't mean that you cannot share the information that you have, just because you're not quite there yet doing it. But authenticity is always a good thing, and to be authentic with yourself and what you present to others. Okay, so the Magician 3 days in a row is showing up here. And the World, okay. Magic on the world stage, hey, hey, hey. Or like closing out big cycles, just magically pulling out your wand and just erasing the past and the past hurt and everything. I'm feeling much better. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so here's the Nurture card. Like someone needs to take a little bit better care of themselves and nurture themselves. Trust in the present moment. 9 of Swords, Nightmare cards. Usually, mostly up in our heads. So it's interesting because the mind is so powerful that it'll make you believe that everything is happening in real time. Like literally you can sit, like I know from experience, I was sitting in my room terrified, like someone had a gun to my head and was about to kill me, terrified. And I was sitting there all by myself, and my awareness, I was aware that I'm sitting here completely terrified as if I'm about to be killed and there's nobody else in the room. Like what is that? And so 9 of Swords, nightmares created mostly up in our head. And so finding the stillness within, finding the peace within, realizing that there is another way to live. You don't have to live in that overwhelmed mind, overwhelmed thinking, overwhelmed, can't handle things. There is a peaceful way to go about, and there is a good way to find stillness within. And when you find the stillness within, that's when everything becomes very beautiful, peaceful, beautiful. Whatever I decide, I trust the outcome. So making decisions is something that we do on a daily basis. Like you make a decision what you want to do when you get up in the morning. You make a decision what you want to do with the time that you're not having to work. You make a decision how you want to show up at work when you go there. Are you going to just do a good job, whatever you do? And you decide these things, how you want to show up. You decide how you want to show up for yourself. You decide how you want to show up for the people in your life. And mostly, if you show up for yourself in a good way, then also you will show up for the other people in your life in a good way. So it starts with us. It starts within yourself, and unraveling all those layers of unnecessary rules and regulations and stuff like that that we think we have to live by to uphold our role. And yeah, unraveling that, taking off the layer by layer by layer, and there you are, the soul. Embracing. So art is so like writing. Even if you're not a writer, you can still write, and you can still write. You don't have to show it to anybody. You can get rid of it. You don't have to show it to anybody. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you get it off of your chest and you write it out, then there you are. Now you have manifested it, and you can discard of it if you don't want anybody else to see it. Or you can keep it in your folder, like, this is my healing journey. This is what I wrote the first time I sat down to write. And then 5 years later, you'll be like, this is what I wrote today. And you're going to see a major difference. And also you're going to see a huge transformation in how you think, how you feel, what you attract into your life, what your life looks like. And if you start doing the internal work, you will shift everything in your life in a great way, in your way. And it doesn't even have to match up with anybody else's wishes or wants or needs. This is your wishes, it's your wants, it's your needs. When you start listening to your intuition, when you start doing what is right for you, your life is going to come together in the way that is perfect for you. Not your neighbor, not your friend over there, not your sister or your brother, but for you. The way that is good for you. And that's what you want, because you're the one who's going to have to be in your life for the duration here on planet Earth. So the Magician. Manifesting is great. Like, you are in a good energy. You have uplifted your energies. You're vibing high. You are in a good gratitude, thankfulness, love, appreciation, excitement kind of energy. And you can choose that too. That's a choice too. Like, when you get up in the morning, you get to be like, yeah, I get to do the things that I love today because I chose it. Or like, I have to go to work today, but I chose that too. So I'm really happy about that too. At least I get a paycheck and I have people to hang out with there. So there are different ways of seeing things, but showing up as the magician. So you are the magician of your life, and you always were the magician of your life. Unknowing though, sometimes that we have consequences of other people's behaviors attached to us, and then we think we're fine and we didn't think about it. So but then you realize that there are a lot of things that I'm reacting to here. There's a lot of things that I'm doing here. Why am I doing these things? I don't know. Why am I reacting with anger to that? Or why does that make me sad when they do that? Or why does that make me feel unworthy when they say that? Or why do I feel? And then there are different ways that we feel all of a sudden. And you have to be aware what's going on inside. And then you also have to be brave enough to honor it and be honest about it. And so, taking time out to yourself so that you can celebrate life and welcome new energy, ending cycles. The past is the past. Whatever you've been through there, now is the time to end it. The cycle is ending. You can see it, what's going on around you even, that it's ending. If somebody's been trying to get your attention for a long time and you didn't want it, well, that's ending too, because you're cutting the cords and you're taking your power back. And taking time to yourself so you can make sure that you deal with this nightmarish thoughts that come back up all the time, that keeps coming back up. And so the Nine of Swords is just an overactive, overwhelmed mind. And so if you can quiet the mind, take some time out, trust in the present moment, like the power of now, read it, and then listen to it you can listen to it in YouTube when he reads it, when Eckhart Tolle reads it. It's so empowering and it's so peaceful and it's so beautiful experience, and everything he says is true. And so when you listen to it, if you take in the information and then you notice your own mind, you can take this part out. And when you take that part out and you change that into peace, your whole, everything changes. And so give and receive for the universal good. Yes, balance, not overgiving. You don't have to be goody two-shoes all the time, overgiving and being a victim of other people's pettiness. You don't have to do that, because you're not a sacrificial lamb. You're not a doormat. You're none of that. You're not a pounding horse for other people's undeveloped jealousy emotions or feeling inferior emotions, that's not your responsibility. You just be yourself, show up and be balanced in what you give and what you get. And make sure that you know your worthiness so that you don't allow people to just step over because they can, and they will do that. So trust in the flow of life, 9 of Cups and 9 of Swords. So in your mind, you're starting to implement, yes, I trust in the flow of life. I am in the present moment. I am present. I understand what it means to be present. I take a breath. So in your mind, you already are aware of these things, which is great. Subconsciously keeps coming up, like with these 9 of Swords, like these old experiences, maybe past experiences that freaked you out, past betrayal from people that you would never think that they would do anything of that sort. You couldn't even imagine that anybody could be acting like that. And there are things that just you can see in other people that you would never think would be even present in those people at all. And there it is, and it's coming out, and people have a lot of stuff that they should or could or have the opportunity to work on within themselves. And sometimes it comes out on the people around them, and then you get the consequences. Then you just have to deal with the consequences and possibly just cut them out so that you don't have to relive it and re-experience that stuff again and again. Also, in your future, you're finding focus. That's good, like intention and focus. If you want to lose weight, you can't just decide, oh yeah, well, that's the first step. Like, okay, I'm not feeling too good like the way I am, so I think I would feel better, and it would make me feel stronger and feel better. I would like it make my life better if I lost a few pounds. And then you make a decision. That's good. Like, you reflect. Why would you need it? What is the purpose of this? Why are you doing it? Are you doing it so other people will see it? Or are you doing it because it's gonna make you feel something? And you always want to go with the make you feel something. Even if it means that you don't want to lose weight, you're fine. That's okay too. And then, so whichever one you choose, you have to be intentional about it. And then once you've decided, now you have to figure out how you do that. And then walk the path. And once you find your focus, whatever it is, if you want to start a new art project, or you want to start a new club, or you want to start a group of people doing something, or whatever it is that you want to start, then you are able to figure it out with passion, and you're also able to make it happen. And that's the thing, putting it into the works. Otherwise, it'll just be a thought. It will just be there in your head. 10 of Wands, showing up as someone who's been walking with a huge backpack, a lot of consequences from other people's behaviors, perhaps also taking on too many responsibilities in regards to other people. Like, it's not your responsibility to do things for others, like to make them change, or it's not your responsibility to be the one that makes them happy, or it's not your responsibility to sacrifice yourself so that other people can feel better, or it's not your responsibility to do that. Your responsibility is to love and care for yourself first. Be your own best friend. And then once you be your own best friend, you're going to create space for other people too to come in and love you, because now you love yourself. Now you understand that, oh wow, I didn't know that. Maybe I am a lovable person. Maybe I can receive love. Maybe that it wasn't true what they told me before. So now I can change that. Changing these things is being the magician. It's ending the old cycle of unworthiness, not being good enough, of not being lovable. Everybody's lovable. Everybody has their perfect match out there. That's the fun part. Like, there's one for everybody. And so that's a beautiful thing. But it won't show up unless you believe in it yourself. So heavy burdens. But fret not, they say, because if you are carrying all these heavy burdens, you're about to set them down. And that's the work that you've done. This is what you have been doing. And once you set it down, you'll be able to reap the rewards from it. In a loving and caring way. And life will unfold in a better way, because now you understand that you have to carry your own load. You don't have to carry anybody else's load. You have enough with your own load. You have enough with your own lessons. You have enough with your own experiences and the consequences that you're dealing with, like everybody else is dealing with. And so you're showing up as someone who is worthy of committing to, and you are worthy of trusting. You're showing up as someone who is worthy of loyalty and respect. You're showing up as someone, other people see you as someone who is worthy of respect. worthy of loyalty, worthy of love, worthy of success, worthy of that special bond. And the lovers is showing up as something desirable. You are someone that other people desire to be with. And you have to understand yourself. But that doesn't matter if you think that you're a burden, or you think that I'm too much. Like, oh, they can't handle it. Like, I'm too different. Like, people don't understand it. Or like, I talk too much. My mouth, I talk too much, and sometimes it just comes out of my head before I think about it. And some people can handle that. And you know, that's not my responsibility to do that. But if I don't think that I believe and I deserve it, I won't attract it into my life. So you have to figure out, what is it that you think about yourself? How do you feel about yourself in regards to being in a loving, caring commitment? And would you even, like, ever accept anything less than what you deserve? And why would you do that? Then you're going to create another heavy burden to carry. And remembering and treasuring past happinesses, reminiscing about the past. Reminiscing about the past, it can be a good thing and a sad thing. I guess it depends on the past too. Like, if you had a tremendous, like, whoa, I was so happy, I had all the good stuff going on in my past, and it was so great, and everything was so great, then thinking about it can make you feel really good. And then also sad, because that was back then, and now is now. And now we're all full of burdens, and it's all heavy and stuff. And back then everything was so easy. Everybody did everything for me, and now I didn't have to think about everything. And now I'm an adult, and everything sucks because I have to do everything on my own. And now you have to do all the heavy labor, and you got to pay the bills, and you got to get up, and you got to do all that stuff. So reminiscing is a good thing, but it can also be a blockage, because now you're not in the present moment. And when you're reminiscing about the past, even though how nice it can be, and it can sometimes be nightmarish too, which would create perhaps the Nine of Swords. And so being mindful and compassionate to yourself also for going through whatever you've been through in your life. Having compassion for the version of yourself that you used to be in order to survive the things that you had to survive. And having compassion and being understanding, like you would be with other people, and being your own best friend, and allowing yourself to also be who you are. And in the physical, so taking care of the details, staying in control, like just where you live, like what does it look like around you? Excuse me. What does it look like around you? Is it a pleasant space? Like when you look around, does it make you smile a little bit because it's so cute and it's yours? And or like it's just like, oh, I love the way this looks, so it makes me feel happy when I look over there. Oh, I see my favorite thing there. And then when I look over there, oh, there's another favorite thing. And then you create your little oasis where you have all the things that you love, and then taking care of the details and making sure that the things that you look at is helping you build that Nine of Cups, the feeling and being in the flow of life, having faith and being settled into the flow of life. Everything is better when you walk in presence, because otherwise you don't really ever experience anything, because you're not really in the moment to experience it, because your mind is in the future or thinking about what you're going to do afterwards. So now you did this, and now I'm sitting here looking at I'm going for a walk in the woods. Okay, so here we are in the woods, and your mind is constantly thinking about something, talking about something, thinking about something, talking about something, naming something, or talking about something else. And then your being is not really present in the walk, in the moment, in the sounds, the smells, the touch, just being the energy of the trees and the little animals and all the little critters and everything around. Oh no, here comes human. Human comes in the woods. Boom, 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 with big head, with 2 shoes on it. Trampling through, thinking about something, going for a walk. So there you go. But being present in the present moment, it's worth figuring out how to do that. And whatever you do decide, embrace it. create something beautiful with what you have or you've experienced or your life or however. It can be something that you just give to your people in your life, that you love them. Maybe you create something to them, just a little appreciation thing, like, hey, I care for you, I appreciate you, thank you for being a part of my life journey. Thank you for being walking next to me on my life journey, or thank you for knowing that I have you there as a support in my life journey. And reaching out, just doing little things for people, make them feel that, so they know that you care. Esther and Abraham Hicks says, once you are in control of the way you feel, you will enjoy it all. Once you are in control of the way you feel, you will enjoy it all. You will enjoy your exposure to the variety and contrast that helps you identify your desire. And you will enjoy the sensation of your own desire that is being launched from your own valuable perspective and is flowing from you. The emotions, what your desire, you're sending it out there to the universe. The beautiful light in me, it honors, respects, and loves the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.